This is Jen Suarez, founder, CEO of Privacy Practice, your guides to this new frontier called privacy legislation. We'd like to welcome you to our YouTube channel, which is dedicated to all things privacy, including giving you tips for your business, answering questions you might have, and alerting you to trends, both in the US and abroad, which may impact the way you operate. We know, privacy is complex, and on top of that, it's rapidly changing. We regularly speak to business executives that want to throw their hands up. They ask, where do I start? What do I do next? And do I really have to do this? Yes. If your business is subject to privacy legislation like the GDPR, you must comply, which is why we're creating this channel that's dedicated to privacy and hopefully a resource for questions you might have. Why us, you may ask? Well, we're unique. We're not only experts in privacy, we're experts in business. We know how they operate because we've built them and launched them and run them. And we understand important things like a good customer experience. Putting all of these elements together successfully is kind of like cube solving.
As with any complex problem, we know that we need to see all sides. We need to understand more than just privacy. We need to understand your business. To understand your business, we'll ask lots of questions. Questions like, where geographically do you have offices? Where are your employees located? Are they just in the US or are they abroad? And if they're abroad, in which countries? How about independent contractors? Where do you have your equipment? Is it US based or is it in multiple countries? We'll also want to know about your customer base. Where are your customers located today? Are you in a couple of countries or are you global? And do you have any strategies or plans for expanding your customer base into new countries in the short term or in the future? What products do you sell, and do those products require any personal information to make them work? And what is your primary means for selling? How do you reach your customer? Do they buy your product online, or they can buy it online and it's shipped to them? All of these things will help us begin to understand, among other things, what privacy laws may apply now or in the future. We then dig in more to begin to understand how personal information, or PI, is collected, shared, and how it moves through your business. For example, does your customers have to open an account in order to purchase your products? Or can they do a one-time purchase as a guest? What information do you collect to set up an account or to execute a guest sale? Do your products require additional personal information in order for your customers to use them? And does the information collect vary by product if you offer multiple products? Is any of this information shared with other third parties, such as your payment processor? These kinds of questions help us work with your teams to build an understanding of the data collection practices you currently have. With information in hand, we begin to build the picture of what your business must do to comply. This includes identifying which privacy laws currently apply to your business. It also includes a strategic perspective. We want to understand which privacy laws you may be subject to in the future based on your strategic plans, and account for them as much as we can as we seek to comply today. It also includes identifying areas where more specific information is needed, such as, do you have first or third-party cookies, and what do they do? At the end, we have a map of where we're headed, kind of like the yellow top side of the cube. Once this map is in place, it's our vision, and we start the very complex process of mapping your current organization to the vision of where we're headed. Our first goal in this complex process is to anchor the vision to what exists today. What processes and procedures are already in place that comply? And which ones can we adapt with small changes? Equally important, we're going to want to work with you during this process so that we keep an eye on revenue channels and customer experience, the very heart of what makes your business. Our second goal is to close the gaps between what exists today and the vision. So we're going to look at what's missing that needs to be created. What training do your people need? Do vendor contracts need to be reviewed, and which ones? And how do we communicate clearly, transparently, and on brand these things to your customers in your privacy statement? It's not easy. Indeed, it's incredibly complex. We know how to do it. We can put together all of the pieces for your business successfully.